And this is what leads our bulletin. A very good evening to you once again. There's growing concern over liquor traders' non-compliance. Liquor traders in the Western Cape have been fined 2.5 million rand since the beginning of South Africa's lockdown. 4 trading licenses have been revoked, 1 cancelled and 51 suspended. So one of those concerned is Lucky Ntimane, an alcohol industry representative who joins me now. Very good evening to you, Mr. Ntimane. Merry Christmas to you first of all. And thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Good evening, Criselda, and Merry Christmas to you and your family, and Merry Christmas to SABC News staff, as well as the viewers at home.
Thank you very much indeed. Mr. Ntimane, this still seems to be the issue of non-compliance. Why is non-compliance still an issue even now?
I think the issue of bad apples affecting the whole lot will continue to be something that bedevil the industry. And we understand, given the sensitivities of, the liquor industry, that, one bad apple, makes the whole lot to even look bad. We understand where the Western Cape government is coming from and what they've done to reach the proportions that they have in terms of issuing the fines to those 51 liquor traders. The reason why we are aware of all of this is because we work very closely with the Western Cape government, and we have developed a joint task team that looks at issues of compliance in that specific province. And just last week, there was an industry-led initiative sponsored by Distel that looked at compliance issues that trained over 60 liquor traders in that specific province to ensure that the issue of compliance is something that is being taken seriously and is something that runs on the ground.
Mr. Ntimane, who are these specific transgressors? Are we talking about liquor outlets, taverns, or just small operators or traders in specific areas?
So these are your small-time operators, operating as shebeens. So majority of them, are they are not fully fledged, as it were, people that just received their licenses as recently as about 2 years ago. So those are the people that we've actually put in our program to make sure that, in the way they conduct their business, they are able to comply. But we need to also add that, these are compliance that are relating to the COVID-19 regulations and not their specific license regulations as it were. But we continue to be able to engage with government of the Western Cape as well as the Western Cape Liquor Board to ensure that we support these liquor traders, because their livelihoods are dependent on these licenses being able to be active. We understand that government had to take action, and we fully support government taking action to anyone who's non-compliant to the COVID-19 regulations. We will keep encouraging our liquor traders to observe all the applicable laws, not just in the Western Cape, but across the country.
How are you playing this role then in monitoring different parts of the country? Have you dispatched teams to make sure that those within your industry are complying, or how does this work?
So Criselda, we've got 9 provinces, and in those 9 provinces, we've got certain liquor trader associations that are operating in those provinces. So in the Western Cape, we've got the Western Cape Liquor Traders Association led by Alan Solomons, supported by Lifama Pilo. So those are the people that are on the ground, and they're ensuring that we do audits on a daily basis. And those outlets that are found to be below 90% compliance are then put into this program that's funded by Distel to make sure that we get everyone on track, we get everyone to support government fully efforts in ensuring that we are aligned in how we conduct our businesses, but our businesses should not affect the health sector as they deal with this pandemic in the Western Cape and beyond.
Mr. Ntimane, just finally, are you concerned as the liquor industry? We've seen the COVID numbers rise. Government is obviously concerned about that. And, there's possible talk at the moment of government maybe re-looking at the strictness of the regulations. And usually in instances like that, the liquor industry is one of the casualties. Are you concerned at all about that at this stage?
Of course, we are concerned, but our concern is not just because we are a liquor industry, but because we are also citizens of this country. The spike in the number of COVID-19 cases also worries us, but we have reached out to various government departments and entities, as well as the president, to want to partner in a social compact to ensure that, we alleviate the scourge of the pandemic spreading, into a situation where it's non-controllable. But as an industry specific, we are concerned that there is talk that, the industry might also suffer the consequences of this pandemic spreading, and that we might be restricted. But we'd like to caution government against such a move. We would like to believe that the president is very reasonable, and we would like to consider the issue of livelihoods as well as saving lives, which we as the liquor industry fully support.
Lucky Ntimane, alcohol industry representative, thank you very much indeed for taking time on this Christmas day to speak to us here on The Full View.